bargain, budget, cheap, cost-effective, inexpensive, low cost, low price, price reduction, reasonably priced. Irrespective of the synonym, it means absolutely nothing if we're not satisfied. So let us see if we will be satisfied. This is Channel Q-Lusion. Just think of illusion, except with the Q. Here we show tech, mostly gaming tech, but any tech that we think is really, really cool, we want to showcase it here, because at Channel Q-Lusion, we like tech. If you like our videos, give us a thumbs up. If you really like our videos, give us a subscribe. We found another inexpensive gaming keyboard on Amazon, and this one also has the Amazon's Choice Black Tag designation, which basically means that it's inexpensive and it is an item that's selling. But the whole purpose of a lot of these videos that we're doing right now is that we're looking for inexpensive gaming peripherals, because not everyone has the budget to afford the more expensive Razer or Logitech stuff like that. But we want to see if some of the inexpensive stuff is pretty good or if it's not. This one is called the Chonchow 1950 series. It looks like there's 3 keyboards. This one also comes with a mouse, but it's 3 keyboards and 2 mice that's part of that 1950 series. And the one we chose, translucent white. So we're going to open it up and take a look at it. Like I said, the main focus of what we are trying to determine is if a lot of this, the inexpensive stuff, if it's pretty good, because we've purchased things before, and maybe you have too, that was inexpensive, and when you used it, it actually wasn't bad. It was pretty good, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to find items where people can enjoy it, have a good gaming experience. We're not expecting something like this Chonchow, this inexpensive, because this one was under $20 on Amazon. Under $20. We're not expecting, a $20 keyboard to compete with a $200 keyboard, but we're trying to see if you can have a decent gaming experience with a keyboard, a peripheral, a device that is only $20. So like I said, this one comes with a mouse as well. Ooh, caught a bit of ours. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad looking. Yeah, there's three keyboards and 2 mice that's part of this 1950 series. And like I said, this one is the translucent white. Oh, white with translucent keycaps. All right. And there we go. It's not bad looking. It's really a good looking keyboard, to be totally honest. And I've noticed that about some inexpensive items that it doesn't cost a lot of money. They're cheap, but they're not bad looking. And I think that this one is definitely one. It's not a bad looking keyboard. Yeah, it's not very heavy. There's some it does flex a lot though, but I mean it's under $20, so yeah, there's a lot of flex to it. How to flex. Yeah, it has, let's see here. Yeah, it's not bad looking. It really isn't. It's really not a bad looking keyboard. Okay. Yeah, this is the translucent white Chonchow 5950. The dimensions are 17 by 5 by 1.3 inches. It's 1.78 pounds. Yeah, so it's not very heavy. It has something called suspension keycaps. I have to be honest, I've never heard of suspension keycaps before. What we did prior to actually recording this segment, we actually opened it up because we wanted to see what was on the inside of it to see, you know, what type of switches and things like that. And apparently, this is a membrane keyboard. It's a membrane keyboard. It has the actual keycaps that look like they could be keycaps that would fit on top of mechanical switches, but it's not. And you have the silicone pads that's on top of this is actually a membrane keyboard, which would make sense based off of the price, because membrane switches are basically going to be less expensive than mechanical switches. But yeah, it looks like it's silicone domes, silicone pads on top of a membrane PCB, and you have a clear panel here with LEDs. This looks like single color LEDs, and then you have this white backing here that I think helps with reflectivity. I think that's what it does, is to help to shine the LEDs through the keycaps. And then underneath you have this metal plating here, which I'm not sure if that helps with rigidity or with reflection. I think it's probably to help give it some stability, because I think that white backing there is what helps with reflecting the RGBs through the keycaps. And I think the keycaps, what they mean by suspension, I think it's suspended on top of those silicone domes that I think are silicone pads. Underneath, it has two inclined legs, so there is a bit of incline here, but not a lot. But I mean, I guess you don't want it like a motorcycle ramp or anything like that. Yeah, it has some little rubber pads here, I guess to help the stabilizer, keep it from sliding, keep it from moving. Okay. Yeah, I keep saying this. It's not bad looking. It feels inexpensive, though. It does. It has a 5-foot vinyl USB cable, so there's plenty of cable to connect to your PC. Let me plug it in so we can see if we can illuminate these with it. RGBs. I'm sorry, LEDs, not RGBs. Plug it in. Okay, so yeah, so it's not bad looking. It really is a good looking device. It looks like that, as I said, these are not RGBs. Okay, these are just single colored LEDs. It looks like it's 8 of them. So you're not going to be able to cycle through the a wider array of colors, which is fine. That's not necessarily a bad thing. If you hit this light symbol on the keyboard, that turns the LEDs on and off. Okay. If you hit the function, the FN key, that's right next to the light symbol, if you press that and hit the light symbol, then you get it to go into what's called breathing mode. And if you hit function and the light key again, then it's just straight static. If you hit the function key and the page up, page down keys, that will allow you to control the brightness of the LEDs. And if you put it into breathing mode, which is function key and the light symbol, and you hit the plus or minus, but it has to be the plus or minus that's on the main keys, not the keypad, and hit the function and plus or minus, that will allow you to control how quickly the breathing happens, the breathing effect. I looked for some keyboards like the Razer, for example. Razer keyboards have the Razer Synapse, which allows you to manipulate the lighting effects on the keyboard or the peripherals, the mouse, and in some instances, gaming pads. But I couldn't find anything like that, so I don't think that there's any accompaniment software or third-party software that allows you to do that. Everything that you have that's capable of manipulating the effects of the lighting is contained within the keyboard itself. It has 104 keys, 12 function keys. It also has the WASD interchange, which allows you to swap between the arrow keys and the WASD keys, which are normally your primary controller keys for gaming. In the Amazon description, there was something that was called, that was listed in the description called anti-collision keys. Okay, I'm not sure what that is. I've never heard anti-collision. I know anti-ghosting, which is basically when you're hitting multiple keys in a certain order of keys. Anti-ghosting within a keyboard helps to prevent the bleed over of the signals from going over to a key that you're not pressing. That's anti-ghosting. And then you have, of course, in-key rollover, which allows you to press multiple keys. Normally, the in-key rollover is preceded with a number, and that's usually the number of keys you could press simultaneously, and each key will register as being pressed. Anti-collision, I'm not exactly sure what that is. In terms of the mouse, the mouse has a 4.5 foot cable, vinyl. Nothing on this is braided. You're not going to find braided. Braided is a much more expensive type of cable. You're not going to find anything like that. But the mouse really does. And like I said, I have to tell it the way I see it. The mouse really feels inexpensive. It does. It's super light. And it's borderline fragile feeling. It's an optical mouse. You can see underneath. Optical. It has DPI sensitivity of 1200, 1800, 2400, and 36. And you can adjust that using this key here. Also, there's the center DPI key. If you press it and you hold it, you can actually turn the effects of the RGB off and turn it back on by pressing the key, and you get them to come back on. Like I said, if you are on an extreme budget, you don't have a tremendous amount of money, but you still want to game, do I think that this setup here is capable of doing that? Yes. The main thing that I get from this, it's good looking. Is it functional? Yes. But the main thing I take from this set is how sturdy is it? You know, there's a lot of flex with the keyboard. You know, there's a lot of flex, and the mouse is very fragile feeling. So my take on this is, it's inexpensive. Can you game? Yes. But if you're one of those type of gamers where the gaming session isn't quite going the way you want it to, and you throw a tantrum, you're going to be buying another one. LEDs on the keyboard, RGBs on the mouse, and I think that you can game with it. But if you're looking for it to last for a while, a long time, or if you are a temper tantrum game player, I don't think it can handle that sort of gameplay. But like I said, if you purchase it and there's anything when you take it out of the box and there's an issue with it, it actually does have a warranty with it. So this is the Chonchow 5950 wired LED keyboard and mouse. It's on Amazon for under 20 bucks. Also, there is a $3 coupon that you can apply, which should reduce the price even more. We will leave a link in the description, and if there's anything that you wish we had gone over, something that you felt that we missed or whatever, make sure to leave a comment. And until the next time, everyone take care.